Hey guys, happy Homebrew Wednesday. You're coming live from inside my fridge this week. I'll just grab the camera and we'll swing you around. Hope you weren't too cold in there. So yeah, just got a few beers in the fridge. Got still got a few bottles of the Pot Kettle Black version 2. Got some cider, dry hop with the Mochueka. Some of my 100% Nelson Green Hop Pale Ale, which I'm going to do a taste test very shortly. And still got a bottle of the Amarillo IPA. Got a beer from Zane Maxwell there, and a couple of beers here from Jason Franson. Got his mystery green hop pale ale, and at the back we've got his Fijoa sour. So yeah, a few beers in there, but we'll close the fridge and I'll show you what else has been going on. Oh, also Jason sent me up some hop extract, but I need to work out what I've got to do with that. It's mainly used for bittering, I understand, so yeah, so we'll shut the fridge. Over here we've got my ingredients for my next brew day. So this is a new malt from Gladfields. It's their New Zealand, Gladfields New Zealand. It's their American ale malt, so it's a brand new malt. Only came out in the last few weeks. So it's described as having a very clean malt character and lends itself to a nice colour or something, or the malt lends itself to developing a nice colour in the final beer. So yeah, it's a new malt anyway, so yeah, I'm very keen to try it. So I'm going to do a smash beer, and I've also bought some Citra, 100 grams of Citra, and I've got a USO 5. What I'm also going to do is, even though it's a smash beer, it still will be a smash beer, I'm going to toast up 10% of the pale malt, just like I did with my Simcoe Toasted Pale Ale last year. So it's basically going to be the same. Well, it's just a smash beer, so it's going to be a single malt, 10% of it toasted. But yeah, I'm just going to obviously be changing up the hops from Simcoe to Citra. And then over here, finally, what we'll do very shortly is we're going to do a taste test of my 100% Nelson Green Hop Pale Ale. So this is the one that I made with 500 grams of wet or green Nelson Sauvin hops a few weeks ago. So yeah, let's swing the camera around, guys, and we'll crack her open and see what she tastes like. I forgot to mention that I put about 10 litres of the Nelson Green Hop Pale Ale into the mini keg here as well, so yeah, that'll keep me going for a while. Anyway, let's crack on with the beer taste. Okay guys, this is the first real taste test. I have had a little taste out of the mini pressure barrel, but I haven't had one of these out of the bottle yet. So yeah, so it's 500 grams of Nelson Sauvin hops went into the boil, so there were late additions as well, and the malts are pale, redback and crystal. Came out at 4.8%. So let's crack her open. Oh, nice bit of hiss off the top. Not sure if there's any smoke there, but let's pour her out. So this was bottled back on 7th of April. So that's just a tad over 2 weeks. Was that 16 days ago? So let's see how it's looking. So this is the same beer that I've sent off to Steve Molson in England. So I'll be interested to see what Steve thinks. Okay, so you can see the colour, the red back, and I guess the crystal has given it a very nice sort of orangey colour, maybe slight copper, but probably more orangey coppery colour rather than a red copper. Probably should have taken the bottle out a bit earlier out of the fridge, It's quite cold, but some good carbonation coming up. And it seems to be holding a nice little head on the top, so let's give it a smell. Wow, I'm definitely getting some really good hits of the Nelson Sour on the nose, even though the beer is cold. Yeah, it's got that sort of classic, sort of grapey. They say Nelson Sour's got like a gooseberry quality to it, but it's been so long since I've had a gooseberry I can't remember what they taste like. But to me, it's got a real nice sort of fresh, sort of grapey, winey quality to it. But yeah, it's definitely there. It's quite forward on the nose, so not picking up much in the way of the malts. Really, only the crystal in there would probably be coming through, but I can't really smell anything. So yeah, let's dive in, guys. Cheers to you all. Don't know if I mentioned it's 4.8%. I guess the real mystery with this beer is the IBUs, because I used 500 grams of hops. You basically have to multiply pellets with about a 5-to-1 ratio, but even then it's a little bit hit and miss, so we'll dive in and just see what it tastes like. It's definitely, I intended the beer to be all about the hops, and it's definitely the hops that sort of hit you first up. I was going to say, I've probably said this in several videos, but it's quite a juice. I think I said it on Luke's fresh hop beer. There's quite a juicy quality to the fresh hops. They're quite concentrated and quite intense. And there's definitely a certain level of freshness coming through from those hops. Quite a lot of bitterness. Excuse me, just something went down the wrong way. I can't remember what my intention was as far as the IBUs, but yeah, there's quite a lot of bitterness there, and getting some citrus as well. Yeah, it's almost like an orangey sort of citrus along with the sort of grapey aroma that I was getting from the hops first up. Very nice. The malts are there, but they're quite sort of subdued, possibly a little bit of sweetness there. Yeah, it's definitely bitter. Getting a little bit of sort of breadiness as well. But no, that's good. Bitterness is probably a little higher than I probably would have wanted. But they may, I don't know if bitterness sort of tapers off over time, or whether it's just one of those things you're stuck with. But yeah, it's definitely a nice, juicy, quite intense hop flavour there from the Nelson Sour. It's only been in the bottle for 2 weeks, so maybe I need to wait, another couple of weeks and just let the beer sort of condition and just sort of age and mellow out a little bit, and hopefully that will you just settle the hops down a little bit. But yeah, very happy with that. My first fresh hop beer, something I'll definitely do each year when they do the hop harvest. The head seems to be staying there. Some pretty good glass lacing as well. I didn't put anything in specifically for head retention or anything. but seems to be holding a nice little head. So yeah, I sort of, as you probably saw at the start, it's not crystal clear, and I sort of expected that with all those hops in there. There's probably a lot of hop haze being developed. So yeah, very happy with that. So yeah, that's that beer there, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll cut it short there, or hopefully the video hasn't dragged on too much. And probably the next video I'll do will be related to the Citra Toasted Pale Ale Brew Day. So yeah, I'll probably get some footage up for the next video of that. Okay guys, have a good weekend and thanks for watching, and yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Cheers.